Hello, dear students. Welcome back. Uh, we have gone through the first 12 quatrains of this poem, Elegy written in Country Churchyard by Thomas Gray. And so far, we have read that how Thomas Gray has tried to create a kind of a somber and serious mood or reflective mood in the minds of his readers because he wants to draw uh, our attention towards the fate of these poor forefathers of this village who are engraved here in this churchyard, and he is trying to mm, give a thought to those people who are rich, who are powerful, beautiful, have sound knowledge of everything. And his message is for these people that okay, you are fortunate enough in your life and you have achieved something in your life, but you should not uh, look down on these poor people who are very who may be rustic, who are humble, and who did nothing than simple things in their life, uh, in the routine life related to farming. But the main thing is we must respect their identity as a human being. Then, in the next quatrain, he says, "Nor you, ye proud, impute to these the fault, if memory over their tomb no trophies raise." Now, he is indicating towards the graves of the these poor farmers, and he says that there is a sharp contrast or difference between the way the graves of the rich people are maintained and the graves of these poor people are maintained. There is no uh, tomb over the grave of these poor people. There is no memory erected in the for the uh, for these poor people. And he says that the rich people or the people who have proud, they must not feel that it is the fault of these people or their family members that they did not bother or did not care to raise or erect a memorial over there on their tomb. He says that it is not their fault, and don't even try to compare that when the rich people die, then their corpse is carried in a horse carries, and then the uh, the notes of praise they are also being spoken in the church, and the pealing anthem also swells. He says that pealing anthem swells a note of praise. Generally, when a rich people or a very renowned person dies, people pay their tribute, and they say something in his memory about his achievements, about his deeds. Okay, but if such an activity uh, is not is not done for these poor people, then it is not their fault. It is only, it is not so that they do not want to, their ancestors do not want to pay tribute to their forefathers in such a manner. But the main thing is they do not have that much sources, financial sources, so as to perform such funeral rites in a better manner. It is the lot of the the rich people, because only the rich and illustrious they have tombs here, and monuments inside the church. The poor have humble graves in the churchyard. But what is suggested here is that the poor neither have memorials raised to them inside the church nor have their praise sung in the memorial services. The long drawn aisle means that part of the church that is stretches along its whole length, parallel to the central portion and divided from it by pillars. And you can say also picturize the passageway between the seats or rows. So he says that and then there is a word fretted vault. It means elaborately carved or arched roof. So you can imagine the difference. And if because of this difference, the rich people or people who are aristocratic or powerful, beautiful, knowledgeable, if they uh, if they look down on the poor people because of this difference, then the message of Thomas Gray is directed towards them that they should not behave in this manner. There is no difference if you spend a lot of money on this funeral ceremony and if you do not have anything to spend on this funeral ceremony. The person is to be engraved and they will certainly be engraved. And after being engraved, the lot of everyone is same. Death levels all. So the main thing is to accept what is true and what is to be done as per the codes of humanity. The next quatrain is full of rhetorical questions, two rhetorical questions by Thomas Gray, and this rhetorical question is not a question actually, it is just a thought emphasized by the uh, poet, and it invokes some thoughts in our mind. Actually, the poet doesn't want to get any answer in return. Like he says that can a storied urn or animated bust back to its mansion called the fleeting breath. So a storied urn means an urn carrying an inscription praising the dead person and serving as his memorial or monument. An animated bust means a lifelike statue, a bust that depicts the head and shoulders only. And he says, and that if you are rich and if you prepare some storied urn and if you erect uh, mm, animated bust of the dead person, then can it provoke means call to life, rouse to action. Can it back to its mansion? Mansion means dead body for here. Mansion means dwelling place. So back to its mansion called the fleeting breath. The breath which is fleeting from the dead body, can it be brought back if you arrange some storied urn or animated bust for the dead person? क्या अगर आप किसी की याद में एक अर्न जो है एक मर्तबान जिसके ऊपर उसकी लाइफ स्टोरी और अचीवमेंट्स उसके बारे में आप लिख दें या उसकी याद में एक कंधे तक की जो एक मूर्ति होती है जिसमें सर और कंधा दोनों आते हैं, क्या आप वो मूर्ति बना देंगे तो क्या उससे वो जो डेड पर्सन है उसकी जो सांस उसकी शरीर को छोड़ के जा चुकी है क्या वापस आ सकती है? Then he says, can honor's voice provoke the silent dust? People praise and they present a catalog of his achievements after his death. They then he says that if such an activity can provoke the silent dust because the person who is dead he has mingled into the dust and the dust has become silent, can you if you use your voice and present a long speech in the honor of that dead person, can it? provoke the silent dust? Can this thing uh, give him his life back? क्या उसे उसकी जीवन वापस मिल जाएगा? Or flattery soothe the dull cold air? There's some people they used to flatter the achievements of the dead in order to impress the relatives also. But he says that if okay, if someone is worthy and if you are praising, but the ear of the death, the ears of the death are cold, not that much sensitive. यहाँ पे सेंसिटिव का मतलब यहाँ पे ये होगा कि वो आ, प्रभावित नहीं होती है. Whether someone is rich, whether someone is poor, whether someone is beautiful or someone is not, doesn't matter. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. In front of death, everyone is equal and same. Whether someone uh, uh, praises the glory of someone in front of everyone, then death will not be affected. ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई डेथ को लगेगा कि भाई बहुत गुणी आदमी है, थोड़ा इतनी प्रेज हो रही है तो छोड़ देती हूँ इसको. ऐसा नहीं होता है. डेथ इसलिए कहा ना कोल्ड ईयर ऑफ डेथ, उस पर कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ेगा. इनसेंसिटिव. जैसे आपके when you put an ice cube on your palm, and after some time you will feel that where the ice cube was, that portion that becomes numb. It is all because of the frozen, because the blood is concealed in that portion. सो यहाँ पे इनसेंसिटिव इसीलिए कहा है कि कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता. एवरीथिंग, भले आप कुछ भी कितनी भी प्रेज़ कर लीजिए किसी की, वो भले कितना ही वर्दी क्यों ना हो. कहते हैं ना कहीं कि उनके जाने से एक वैक्यूम क्रिएट हो गया, वो रिक्त कभी नहीं भरेगा. दिस ऑल, कुछ फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता. डेथ विल never discriminate. So, in these two stanzas or quatrains, Thomas Gray has given a message to those people who feel themselves to be fortunate because they have a lot of money, they have power, they have beauty, lot of knowledge, and they feel that therefore they are more fortunate in comparison to the poor forefathers of this village, and many more like these rustic people. You must not behave in this manner. It is not as per the morality. And if you do so, what will you get in return? Because in front of that, everyone is equal, and that levels all. The silent dust can never be provoked when you praise or sing the achievements of the person who has gone. So the way Thomas Gray has written these two quatrains, they must they must uh, propel some moralistic ideas in your mind, and you must think what is to be done for the sake of humanity and what we can do for our fellow human beings. We must believe in the terms like equality, fraternity, and we must give respect to other human beings beyond the beyond the artificial walls which we human beings have created, like race, gender, religion, color, and everything. Thank you for listening me carefully.